guys, welcome to Tariq's class. So question number 1. So we have two equations here, they're linear. So this is called system of equation. You can solve them by using Desmos, but a lot of the times we don't need to because to save time. Now the two equations we have, if we just add them, let's see what we get. So that's 27x and y is going to cancel out. 14 plus 7 is 21. We can divide both sides by 27. That will be the value of x, which is 21 over 27. But they said, what is the value of 9x? So we multiply by 9 both sides. So the value of 9x, you can use calculator for that. Answer is 7. So C is the answer. Question number 2, another system of equation. You can use Desmos, but I will show you how to do it even easily because they're asking what is u plus v. So 6u plus 9v equal to 11. 7u plus 4v equal to 41. Sometimes try to see if you just add them, if you get u plus v or something closer. For example, 6 plus 7 is 13 and 9 plus 4 is also 13. So that's a good sign. For example, this is 13u plus 13v equal to 11252. Now what you can do is divide both sides by 13. The benefit is you get u plus v equal to 4. So if you use the calculator, so we get the answer 4. Question 3 is a little bigger. So in this kind of situations, if you have system of equations that you don't want to solve by hand, so you can just type it on Desmos. So Desmos, it's just a graphing calculator. You can type it online. So Desmos graphing calculator. This version is specially used, similar to the digital PSAT, SAT and stuff. So all you have to do is just type it in. It's pretty simple. And you see, this is the point of intersection. You can of course like zoom in, zoom out on this. So point of intersection shows the solution of the two lines. So blue line is the second one, the red is the first one. So you see the x value is 238. They're asking what is the value of x. So that's 238. It's pretty simple if you use Desmos. Question number 4, can we use Desmos for this? You could, but you see there is a variable, there is a constant m. So Desmos doesn't really read that, but you can use a slider to pick one of the options to see which one no solution. But I will show you easier way. So what you can do is when they say no solution, see the number x next to x is 10. Number next to x is 12.5. So what you can do is draw a proportion. Next to x is 10. I'm going to write 10. And next to this x is 12.5 over 12.5. What is next to y? M. Over next to y is 6. Done. You just solve for m. So it's very simple. You don't even need to use anything. So next to x is 10. Next to x, whatever, put their ratio. So the point is whatever the constant next to x and constant next to y, if their ratio is same, then it will have no solution. Okay. So now you just solve for m, cross multiply. So 12.5m equal to 60. Now divide both sides by 12.5. So m is equal to 4.8. That's the answer. For question 5. So that's another one. They're asking the two system of equation have no solution. So we're going to use Desmos for this because this one is a little bigger. The one we did before, it was easier. This one, I just typed it in. But the problem is, you see a, and what does it say? Too many variables. Try defining a. So we have to define a. So what we can do is we can use the slider. You see, we can press a. And the question is asking for what value of a does the system of equation have no solution. So a can be one of these, either -5, -4, -3, or -2. So I'm going to move it around. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this graph settings. I'm going to go, you see the x-axis and y-axis. We can make this 500 to to 500, also here like 1000 or 700, around, like we make it bigger, the axis, so you can see better. As you can see, when a equal to -5, it wasn't intersecting, but if I move it more to the left, okay, we need to move it more to the right. So -4, as you can see, -4, -3, these are all intersecting, -2, they're all intersecting at one point. But when it's -5, it doesn't intersect. So it has no solution when a equal to -5. Question 6. The xy plane above shows the graphs of two linear equations. This time we have a graph. Now where a, b are two non-zero constants. If the system of equation has no solution, this is again, we're learning no solution. So what is the relation between a and b? We can see it doesn't have any solution because they both are parallel. They will never intersect. So we have to find out what is the relation between a and b, means a is equal to what? We can use our no solution technique here. So here I have ax plus by equal to 20. And the other one, y equal to 4x minus 7. I can write it as, I can do minus 4x both sides, -4x plus y equal to -7. I'm just writing it like the way we write system of equation. And no solution means, remember we had a proportion. What is next to x here? A. What is next to x here? -4. What is next to y here? B. What is next to y here? 1. Remember this proportion? Now we can cross multiply. So a times 1, a is equal to what? -b times 4, -4b. So answer is A. Simple. Now question 7 is asking, the system of equation have infinite many solutions. So far we have done no solution, right? So no solution, we would do 3 over a, right, is equal to 4 over -10. That's what we would have done for no solution. For infinite many solution, you can also do this. Okay? Infinite many solution, we can also do it. But what is the difference? I'm going to show you. For no solution, you cannot use the other side, 12 and b. But in infinite many solution, I can make proportion with the other side as well. For example, what is next to y here? 4 over, what is next to y here? -10 equal to 12 over the b. You see this, the other side, I can use in infinite many solution, but I cannot use it in no solution. That's the only difference. Infinite many solution, you have more choices. You can make any proportion you want. You can do 3 over a equal to 4 over -10. You can do 4 over -10 equal to 12 over b. You can also do 3 over a equal to 2 over b. So I made two different proportions. So I can solve for a here. So 4a equal to -30. Divide both sides by 4. So I can solve for a here. A is -7.5. Now for b, we can cross multiply. So 4b will be equal to -120 divided by 4. So b is equal to -30. So now, what is the value of a plus b? So we're just going to add them, -30 and -7.5. So that's -37.5. A is the answer. Number 8, again, it says it has infinite many solutions. Remember, infinite many solution, you can make the proportion you want. But first of all, this is not aligned properly. You see under y there is x. So we're going to make them aligned properly. So the first one, we can write it as it is. So maybe we can bring y and x to the left. Y minus 4x equal to -6. The bottom one, x, I can do the ay will be -ay. I'm going to put under the y. Plus x equal to, what was that? It's a plus 1.5. Now we can make proportions. No solution or infinite many solution means you can make proportions. But you know, you can always use Desmos, but you know, the A thing you have to keep plugging in or use the slider for that to see when infinite many solution means they will be overlapping. Both color lines will be overlapping. Sometimes it's annoying to do so. So the easier way I think is the proportion. Now this is, you see, 1 over -a equal to -4 over 1. That's one of the proportions I can make. Again, I think that's all we need because they said what is a. Now cross multiply. So 4a is equal to 1. Divide both sides by 4. A is 1/4. Very simple, guys. So we have learned how to solve linear system of equations with solutions, of course, and with no solution. Remember the proportion you can make, and with infinite many solution. Also, we can use Desmos for difficult questions. Now we'll move to the next section. This one is just a simple linear equation, and we'll have to just solve it. Best part is Desmos is a very interesting tool. I just typed it into the Desmos, 3/5 x minus 436, and it gave me the answer right here, 64, the x-intercept, 64, 0. So answer to number 9 is 64. For number 10, it is asking, the equation has infinite many solutions. Infinite many solution means if you plug in one of the points for A, whatever you get on the left side, you'll get exact same thing on the right side. For example, if I plug in 2.5, so 2 times 2.5 x minus 15 equal to 5x minus 6 times 2.5. Remember, these are the values of A. So that's 5x minus 15 equal to 5x minus 15. You see, exact same thing. Means no matter what you plug in for x, it will always work. So let's say x is 1, it will be 5 minus 15, so negative 10 equal to negative 10, right? Because if you plug in 1. If you plug in 2, it will be negative 5 equal to negative 5. No matter what you plug in, this equation always works. That means you have infinite many solution when A is 2.5. You can just plug in the points and plug in the value and see which one make exact same both sides. All right. In the above equation, A is a real constant. Now this one has no solution. The one we did before had infinite many solution. So no solution means the both side will not be same. Okay? Infinite many solution, both side would have been same. Now we're just going to plug in and see. So I'm going to plug in the point A equal to negative 3. This might work. So negative 3 square minus 1 x plus 12 equal to 8x plus 4a. So that's negative 3 square is 9 minus 1, right? So that's 8x plus 12 equal to 8x plus, a we plugged in negative 3, remember. So 8x minus 12. So 8x plus 12, 8x minus 12 is not same. For example, if I do minus 8x both side, 12 is equal to negative 12. Does it work? No. So it has no solution when C is equal to negative 3. So point is, infinite many solution will have exact same on both sides, and no solution will not have it. No solution, if you subtract the variable from both sides, the answer turns out to be false. Okay, the next topic. A straight line with a slope of negative 0.75 passes through the point 4, y. If it intersects the y-axis at 0.05, what is the value of y? So a straight line with a slope. So equation of a line is y equal to mx plus b. Remember this. M stands for slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay? Y-intercept means when the line passing through the y-axis, this point here, it's called y-intercept, that's b. Now they gave us the slope, so I'm just going to plug it in, negative 0.75 x, and passing through the point 4, y, we don't know what this y is. If it intersects the y-axis at point 0, 5, so 0, 5 is the y-intercept. So we know that 5 is the b, y-intercept. Now what is the value of y? They want to know what that is. Of course, what we can do is plug in. So in a coordinate, the first number is x and the second one is y. So y, we don't know what y is missing, negative 0.75. X is 4, we're just going to plug that in, plus 5. So y is equal to 2. You can use calculator for that. So that was lesson 1. So what we did is learn how to solve system of equation with infinite many solution, no solution, and with a solution. And also we learned how to deal with infinite many solution and no solution in linear equations. Like, they both sides have to be same when you plug in, and also the equation of a line y equal to mx plus b. Welcome to Tariq's class, Algebra Part 2. So question number 1. The xy plane above shows a line given by the equation y equal to mx plus b. We're still learning the equation of a line. Now m is the slope. Which of the following is true? So they're saying m is greater than 0, b less than. So they're trying to see if m is positive or negative. So you see the line is going towards the left, so it means it's negative slope. If it would have been the positive, then it would go towards the right, but it's not. So m is going to be negative, less than 0, and b is the y-intercept, remember? This is the y, and intercepting on the positive value, you see it's above 0, so b is greater than 0. So that's option B. Question number 2. This is actually a very important question. This is the fundamental of many advanced questions we'll be working on later. So the main concept is plugging in. You see what is inside this parenthesis, f of whatever, that is called the x. So x is negative 12, and whatever is the outcome, that's called y. That's 10. Okay, so you see they're saying f of whatever is that, and f of x is the y. So remember this, whatever is inside the parentheses, that's x. Good. So we're just going to plug it in into the equation, because this is a form of giving a point. They can either give it to you like this or like this. So we just plug it in. The equation they gave us is f of x equal to 5/6 x minus b. So let's plug it in. F of x is the same thing as y. So 10 equal to 5/6, x is negative 12 minus b. Now 10 is equal to, that's negative 2, negative 10 minus b, plus 10 both sides. So I'm getting b equal to 20. Alright, so the full equation. Now once you find a value, you always plug it in back. Okay, so plug in back to the equation. So f of x is equal to 5/6 x plus 20. That's the full equation. Now they said, what is f of 12? Remember, whatever is inside the parentheses, that's the x value. So we're going to plug in, okay, f of 12 is 5/6 times 12 plus 20. That's how much? So 6 goes into 12 2 times, so that's 10. You can use a calculator if you want. So 10 plus 20, the answer is 30. 30 should be the answer. Okay, number 3 is asking, in the xy plane, the above equation represents a straight line. Now, what is the distance between the x and y-intercept? So now we're going to learn how to find x-intercept and y-intercept. If you want to find x-intercept, make y equal to 0. If you want to find y-intercept, make x equal to 0. You'll be like, why? Because look, when a line is intercepting the y-axis, at this point the x value is 0. And in the x-intercept, the y value is 0. So just remember that. You want to find x-intercept, y equal to 0. Let's find x-intercept. So 12x plus 5, we're going to turn y into 0, equal to 60. 12x equal to 60 divided by 12, 12. So x-intercept is 5. Now let's find y-intercept. This time we're going to make the x 0. So 12 times 0 plus 5 times y equal to 60. So 5y equal to 60. Divide both sides by 5. Y equal to 12. Now they said, what is the distance between its x-intercept and y-intercept? Okay, so one thing you have to be careful about is the distance between the x-intercept and y-intercept. You may think it's from 5 to 12, but that's not the case. If you look at the points, like x-intercept is 5, that means it's 5 comma 0 here. And y-intercept is 12, so that's 0 comma 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's here. So the distance is a line. That's not a straight vertical line or horizontal line. It's a little tilted. So if you want to find the distance between the 2 points, you have to use the distance formula. Okay? So we're going to find the distance between 5 comma 0 and 0 comma 12. There's a distance formula which you should learn. We're going to be using it later in the advanced questions too. So distance equal to square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. That's the formula. Now, what is x2, y2? You can label them. I'm going to call it x1, y1, x2, y2. Now just plug it in. So x2 is 5 minus x1 is 0 square plus y2 is 0 minus y1 is 12 square. And the square root. Remember, you might think that, oh, we can cancel out the square root and square. You can't, because there is a plus in the middle. If they didn't have the plus, then you could. If they have a plus minus in the middle like this, you cannot use the square root. Now 5 minus 0 is 5 square, which is 25, plus 144, I believe is 169, which is 13. So answer is D. Not 7, guys. Be careful, okay? Okay, question number 10. So let's try it out. We can use Desmos for this. So the two equations they gave us, f of x equal to 8x plus a and y equal to 11 minus a, I typed them in. Now they said the range has to be on the first quadrant. The first quadrant means this one. This is the quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now quadrant 1 means x and y both positive. Okay, positive, positive. Now let's try out. So let's try out the values, the options they gave us for what. So we can use the slider. Say here. So first one said a less than 5.5. So 5.5 is here. Okay, so if I'm here, the point here is 0 comma 5.5. So exactly 5.5 is not gonna work because it's on the vertical line. So let's see, less than it, then it goes, yeah, 0 point something. Okay, so if a is less than 5.5, this is gonna go positive, positive in quadrant 1. Now if I keep going less than anything, let's see if it all works. So yeah, positive, positive. So a less than negative 5.5 works very well. So more than 5.5, let's see. So let's say 7.6. Okay, now the point one of them is becoming negative, so it's not gonna work. So how about, yeah, so answer is A. A less than 5.5. If I bring it 5.5 again, 5.5 doesn't work because it's exactly 0. Anything less than that works. Let's say 5. This is positive 0 point something, but positive, positive. That's quadrant 1. So the answer is A. A has to be less than 5.5. You should know when to use Desmos and when to use algebra. If you're really, really good at algebra, you can use it, but sometimes Desmos actually. For question number 5, we're gonna use, for question number 5, they gave us a table and they said it's a linear function. You can use your conventional way, like find the slope using 2 points, then the y-intercept, plug in, and find the equation of a line. But since you have Desmos, so there is another shorter way. You see, you can do it like plus table, and you start filling out the numbers. So negative 11 is the x value, and then this is 10, and the second one negative 7, and 7, and negative 3, and 4. Now if you press this symbol here, line regression, so this is the equation of the line. So y equal to negative 0.75x plus 1.75. Okay, now all they want, what is f of 5? So f of 5 means you just plug in 5 for the x value. 7.5 plus 1.75. You can use the calculator here or look for it in the graph. So answer is negative 2. So B. It's pretty simple. For number 6, we can do the same thing. It's linear function. So we're gonna do plus table. So let's fill out what we know. So 0 and 7.2, and the other one will be 1 and 12. If you do the equation of the line, it will be y equal to 4.8x plus 7.2. Now they said what is the value of a when what g of x, which is the y value, is 3. I'm going to plug in y equal to 3 this time. 7.2, you can use the table, but minus 7.2 both sides, and whatever you get, you divide by 4.8x, so you get negative 4.2. Now divide both sides by 4.8, so you get x equal to 0.875. Now try out the option which one is same. It's not C or D, and B is too small. It must be A. So 7 over 8 is 0.875. So A is the answer. For some number 7, we can do something same. They gave us a table. Of course, I can plug it in, but the table above represents some values. Okay. So in this case, what I can do is first I can rewrite this as an equation of a line, y equal mx plus b. I think that way I will see the clear picture. I can do -1 both sides. As I said, you should have knowledge about both Desmos and algebra, Now divide by b, each and every one of them. So y is equal to negative a over bx minus 1 over b. So the slope is negative a over b and the y-intercept will be 1 over b. Now let's see what we get when we plug in the table. So I can do plus table -5, -5. Then we have 2, 9, 2 and 9, and 9 and 23. So if you find the equation of the line, it's y equal to 2x plus 5. Y equal to 2x plus 5. Now, if you see that 1 over b is the y-intercept, which is 5, I can use, negative 1 over b. So negative 1 over b is the 5. So if I cross multiply, so 5b is equal to -1. So divide by 5. So b is negative 1/5. Okay, b is negative 1/5. Let's write it on the side. How do we find a? We're going to do the same thing. Let's take a look. The slope was negative a over b. The slope we got is 2. So I can say negative a over b is the 2. And remember, b means negative 1/5. So negative 1/5 is just 0.2. So negative 0.2. Cross multiply negative a is equal to negative 0.4. And so a is 0.4 and b is negative 0.2. So now they said, what is a plus b? So it's 0.2 should be the answer. Number 8 is an interpretation question. So they gave us a model. It's an equation of a line model. So p is equal to 4.5 n plus 950. So 4.5 is the slope, 950 is the y-intercept. Slope means the rate, and 950 it's also called initial, like the fee. Like the model, the total price p in the dollars for printing n copies of a magazine. So n copies. So number of n represents the number of copies. So each copy will be $4.5, but there will be a fee of $9.50 extra. So based on this context, what is the best interpretation of $9.50? The cost per magazine printed? No, that's 4.5. The maximum number of magazine printed? No. The fixed setup cost for printing could be the cost for printing 950 magazines? No. So it's a fixed cost for printing, means $9.50 you must pay no matter what. And then for each copies, you got to pay $4.5. Number 9. To dry his hair, Alex uses a blow dryer. That's another model, the equation of a line model. So h equal to 75 plus 2.5 is the slope. Now, the temperature H of the air around his head in degree Fahrenheit. Now, these are just the description of what H is. H is just the temperature around his hair, so they call it H. Can be modeled by the equation above, where T is the number of minutes, so T is the time, H is the temperature. The dryer has been on. Now, based on the model above, what is the temperature increase in degree Fahrenheit for every 10 minutes the dryer is used? So just plug in 10 for the 10 minutes. So the 75 plus 2.5 times the 10. So that's 100. So it will increase by 100 degree for every 10 minutes. Number 10. C plus M is equal to 60. Now the given equation describes the relationship between the number of cars and the number of motorcycle. Okay, C is the cars, M is the motorcycle. In the delivery company's parking lot. Now there are 60 total vehicles, and 10 more motorcycles than cars. So whatever the car is, motorcycle is 10 more than car. So I can say car is X, and motorcycle is 10 more than X, right? Can I say that? So there are 60 vehicles in the total and 10 more motorcycles. Okay, how many motorcycles are there? So I can make an equation X plus 10 is the 60. So 2X plus 10, this one is pretty easy, minus 10. These are the type of question where the wording, you turn it into an equation and solve it. X equal to 25, but they asked for motorcycle. So that's 25 plus 10, that's 35. C should be the answer. Question 11, it says P is equal to 4/9 minus 1/3 M. And then it says, if P increases by 3 units, so P plus 3 is equal to, how many units does M decrease? So 4/9 minus 1/3 M minus X. So it decreases by X, let's say. Now I have two equations. I can do system of equation, remember? So if I just minus them, or let's write this one first, the one bigger equation first. I'm going to bring this equation down here. P equal to 4/9 minus 1/3 M. Okay guys, so we didn't do anything so far. All I did is just followed the question. So one equation is as it is. I wrote it in the second. The second one, it says P increased by 3. I did a plus 3 with P and minus X from M because M is decreasing. We don't know what. Remember, friends. That's all I did, nothing else. Now, as you can see, two equations. I can do system of equation. I can just minus them. P minus P is 0. 3 minus, that's just 3. 4/9 minus 4/9 is 0. And negative 1/3, right? If I distribute it, it'll be negative 1/3 M. I'm just going to write it again. Plus 1/3 X, right? Because the negative will be distributed. So if I minus them, this will negative 1/3 and this will be negative positive 0. So 1/3 X minus whatever is 1/3 X. Okay, now if you want to solve for X, just multiply by 3 both sides. So X equal to 9. So it will decrease by 9. As we did, guys, I just follow the instruction plus 3 and then I just minus them, subtract. Okay, here a simple distribution will change this minus to plus. So I will say you can watch this part of the video like 2 to 3 times and try to understand what's going on. You'll get it. Question 12. So for the above defined equation, what is M? So this is like multivariable equation and you just solve for one of the variables. So they said what is M? In terms of whatever, doesn't really matter. In terms of Y and K means the answer will have Y and K, nothing else. So mainly we're looking for what is M. At first I'm going to cross multiply. So we get K minus 2 times 1, K minus 2. Y times M plus 1, Y times M plus 1. Now remember we're solving for M. So I can distribute here the Y. So K minus 2 equal to YM plus Y. Now I can do minus Y both sides. So I get K minus 2 minus Y equal to YM. Now we want to solve for M. So we divide by Y. You see the ones and everything, that means they divided each and every one of them by Y. Okay, so Y over Y, that's where the 1 comes from. So K minus 2 over Y, you can write as K minus 2 over Y instead of separately. And this one, minus 1. That's what they did, a small trick. So B is the answer. So in this video, we did learn Y equal mx plus B, Y equal mx plus B. Then a lot of equation of a line, how to use the tables, turn it into an equation, plugging in, and solving multivariable equation. We'll do a lot more practice later to learn them more. I'll say try the quiz again after watching the video. In that way you'll be more confident about the basics.